What decisions did you make along the way to prioritize building a sellable company versus what many business owners do, which is prioritizing, cash flow so they can buy the boat and the goodies and all the extra things that usually come with owning a business? Like, just help for our listeners who may be going through the same decision. Do I want to build to sell, or do I want to have a cash cow here? Like, what decisions did you make personally to build to sell?
There were a lot of them. And I'll just say this, and I'm glad you asked that question. Whether you're going to sell it or not sell it, the same stuff helps. It's all I can say. I mean, having open book management. So there were people who really understood how the company made money and not just me. Big deal, really helped us. Strong management throughout, good second tier. And then the second tier had a second tier. I mean, everybody had to have their successor in place. So that was a big thing. Selling stock to key employees. We sold it as little as $15,000. We had an internal valuation formula that was based on revenue, and we would finance that to somebody for 5 years, and they could pay for it through payroll deduction. And then they got profit distributions monthly. So combined with the open book and then sharing profits with all employees, a separate profit pool for owners, having strong management, we had one database where everything went into. All client contact, all purchases, seminar registrations, anybody you talk to, it went into that one single database that was on a wide area network and was in all 7 locations. We were throughout the United States, primarily Boston, San Francisco, and DC, but then some other little offices. That database was essential to us, captured everything. And when we went to sell the company, we had about 200,000 names in there. And that was very valuable to the private equity firm because they combined 2 companies with us. That were essentially aimed at the same audience. So there was some real synergy there. I hate it when people make fun of that term synergy, but I make fun of tons of buzzwords, but synergy is real. If you're got a buyer that's in the same business you're in, you can have it. Not sure they ultimately achieved it, but that's another story. But so those are the kinds of things that I think were primary. Built a very good brand, spent a lot of money on marketing. So the name was very well known, and it was associated with anything business related to the architecture, audience, architecture and engineering audience.
How did you go about valuing the company? You mentioned it was a multiple of revenue. What multiple of revenue did you put on your employee ownership plan?